Good morning, Mothlings. How are you doing today? I'm back, and we're here. I'm late, but I got nothing. But I'm here. So, appointments went well. It's time to play some Magic. Today we're gonna play D&T. I've made some. I've made some changes to the deck since the challenge. So let me double check that our screens work. Cause Magic. Okay, this is Magic. This is our lovely deck. I don't know how much of this deck you can see, but I can know that. Okay, let's do this. Suck. Okay, so the only changes, we still have our basic. We still have our same land base. We still have most of the same cards. The biggest change right now, we're down to 3 White Orchids and with a Qatar Commando in the main. This is an issue as Death and Taxes starts to be looked at as more legit. We are seeing Torpor Orb playing more and more, and that is our card. That is our Torpor Orb shuts down our everything, and we need the Commando for that. So we have one main board. Then the sideboard has changed a little bit. We have another Qatar Commando here. This is, I think, the same we played in the challenge, but at the same time, it's different than we had before. So we'll Qatar Commando number 2. Kataki we had Stony Silences are fairly new. Only 2 Rests with a pest control instead, and then we were thinking of Rest in Peace, but we're playing. We're sending Leyline of the Voids to try to give us a little bit of advantage in some of these terrible graveyard matchups. Basically, Breach. It's not just Breach, but Breach. So, we're calling this build 25-120 for today, even though I guess we did it. We built it yesterday, but... So, either way, let's fucking play some Magic. Modern League. Spend some play points. Then we'll get y'all switched over to the game. Chip, chip, chip. And there we go. Now, we wait. Ooh, Fatcaster's on top. 14. Shout out to Fatcaster Mage. Whoop whoop. And shout out to Hummingbird too. I like seeing friendly names on top of this list. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but that's life. Okay, we have a matchup. I'm on the play against the reputable Happy Monkey. Okay. I would like to play. Top 8 at a local tournament. Yesterday with this, then lost quarters to Breach. Then misplayed game 2. I hadn't played the match before. Yeah, Leyline. I think Leyline. Oh man, if we had a second land, this would be great. We're on the play. Surveil gives us 2 options for another land. I'm going to dangerously keep this, but this could be very bad if we don't. Yeah, I feel like Rest in Peace was... It just fucks with us too much. And so, the one match I used in the challenge, Leyline of the Void, was pretty good. Appy Monkey mulls to 6. And keep 6. Marsh Flats, pass turn. Heal this turn. Tell me, what were your other matches in the local tournament? So right now, we surveil. We need a shadowy backstreet, and we need a second land. Vile's not good enough. It hurts to throw that in the graveyard right now, though. We need a second land. What are we, 30%? 34%? That hurts. Yeah, not keep... We probably shouldn't have kept... And that Vile we probably should have kept. And they're playing fucking... they're playing taxes as well. So do we put don't keep one-landers on our reflections card? Because... That's not such a good play opponent. Okay. Take a plains. And step into my turn. Let's draw a land. A land. Good shit. We will pass the turn and we'll pass the turn and we will play a Felly at the end of their turn. Okay, writing don't keep one land hands without Vile. Let's pass to their end step. We take the 2, cast Felia, pass the turn, or into our turn. Well, what we don't have is... We will pay 3 life. Yeah. Oops. We don't have anything to destroy right now. I guess we play a recruiter. And then try to blink out the recruiter, right? They Solitude. They probably should Solitude Felia. Yeah, as they do. We have another Felia. We've prepared for this. Ouch. Yeah, that's about 2 old Jazzy Ramp. 1, 2 Domain Rhinos. Yeah, Domain seemed fine. Domain's not always great, but it's manageable, right? We take Solitude ourselves. Oculus seems like an amazing matchup, honestly. Humans, I haven't played humans recently. Yeah, I've heard legend of this basic list, human list. Super funny. I think no basics is not the way to go in this economy. Okay. We are not doing well here. We took a risk early on and it did not pay out, put us a turn or two behind, and we are going to lose this game. It's not worth giving up on the game, but things are not looking great. Yeah, I like the White Orchid's main as far as your Eldrazi matchup. I really dig the White Orchid's main. I was playing a list with no flagstones, and I just like the ramp of flagstones is just so good, so keep. Oh, I know, I know. I wrote it down. And I mean, things are fine now, but they've got too much of an advantage. And who plays Guide of Souls? Come on now, get out of here with that shit. They do some first striking. Maybe a black mana source can get us out of this. We would still need 2 if we wanted to Emperor and activate, so that's not what we need. So 1, 2, 3. It's got to be Guide of Souls, even though it should probably be the White Orchid. Yeah, but Flagstones, it's funny, like, I really like the Flagstones and White Orchids interaction, right? But also, I was playing a list that had White Orchids and no Flagstones. And I didn't like that at all. Like, White Orchid is such a good card, but it felt like I was, like... I mean, I basically just sided them out all the time. If there's nothing for them to do, then they're kind of not great. Like, the first strike is okay in energy, but, like, they don't have any lands you want destroying, right? So I found that Flagstones really rounds out White Orchid as a full card, and without Flagstones being in the deck, it just didn't feel great. Okay, they're gonna swing for 5. I guess we block Solitude, give him a 1/1. This is a pretty desperation move here. We need a Flicker Wisp would be nice. A Wisp will get us our Black Source. Pass the turn. Yield to their end step. Looking for Thalia. I don't know why they wouldn't. I mean, I guess I do know why they wouldn't, because they assume I have Thalia, right? 1, 2 Thalia, pass the turn. Black Source. Well, swing with Thalia. Blink out their Bailmerk. No, we'll blink out their token. Hit him for 2. And then just kind of... Yeah, Rest in Peace just... I don't like it. Like, this deck the deck can run fairly well if people, or it can run fairly well under people's graveyard hate, right? But that doesn't mean that we should make that as our goal. Come on, black source or a wisp. That's what we want right now. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. I guess we attack with Felia? Yeah, I was thinking that, honestly. But that doesn't really... Jesus Christ. What kind of world is it where we're blinking their White Orchid? To be fair, their White Orchid, they don't need to destroy anything of ours. They could just not do that. They should do the flagstones. No targets. Yeah, sure, opponent. Exactly. We may as well invite them to... Well, give me a wisp. That is not a wisp. This is basically every... This is every black card I have in my deck. Okay, we're just gonna go to game 2. This is not a good way to begin this. Okay. Vials are out. Pest control. Wrath. Wrath. What do we need? One more card? I think let's try Stony Silence. This is a bit... Yeah, I was thinking about that as well. I don't really know... I don't know how... Like, I don't have experience with the brain. I don't have experience with the mirror, right? I will play. This, however, is a great hand. We can keep that. Play Marsh Flats. Pass turn. Yield to end step. And Vials are classically the worst top deck and the most likely top deck. Moin. We're fine. This is round 1. We're playing against the mirror. We lost game 1 because we kept a hand that we very, very much should not have kept. 1 land, no vial. we had trouble finding a second mana of any, or a second source of any, and when we did, it was the wrong color. So here's a Flicker Wisp. We're gonna keep it. Flicker Wisp is a very good card. Upkeep, opponent's thinking. Flagstone's black 1 Overlord, and pass the turn. Well, ETB. Let's take the White Orchid over the Qatar Commando, I guess. Pass the turn. They play their own oh no, okay. That's fine. Opponent takes my commando, which is a real issue. So we're going to have to take care of their Emperor. We take 1 from the Guided Souls. So let's fetch a basic. Fetch planes. So we can recruit for a Solitude to take care of the Emperor. We could have probably wisped it out, but at the same time, it's not great given things. Exile the Witch. And Emperor. Yield the turn. Tick down Overlord. They will play another Guided Souls. 4 cards left in hand. They gain an energy. They get a bunch of energy. I'm going to just waste their time while I put music on. Here, I won't think about it too hard. This is how we're going to do it. So they're going to attack with the one guide. It might turn into an angel. This is arm cannon. An arm cannon is great. So they swing for 3. That's fine. This is such a weird... I mean, it's not a weird... I've seen this type of deck before. Okay, pay 1, 2, 3. Wisp out the Overlord. Push this cat a bit out of the way. We flicker out the Overlord. Are we thinking, or can we not do that? I think we're thinking. We're lagging. Play flagstones. Keep the untapped one. Activate flagstones. Get a godless. We will not pay 2 because it'll come into play tapped anyway. Move to the end step. Flicker Wisp. Merc comes back. We'll activate Merc. We just want the Solitude. Exile White Orchid. Exile the... What do they have? 3 energy anyway? That's not great. Well, we do have... Well, hold on. Okay, the Guide of Souls. Resolve that. Blink Solitude. Let's exile Guide of Souls again. It's just too good. It's just too good. Pass the turn. And pass their turn as well. One, two, three, four. Wrath of Skies for 2. Or Wrath of Skies for 5, rather. They have 2 cards in hand. I have 1 card in hand. We will not rebound the Ephemerate. My first main... One, two, three. Recruiter. Yeah. Let's take an Emperor. Play that for 3 life. Play the Emperor. Exile their Ocelot Pride. Pass the turn. So next turn, they have 3 cards in hand. We'll see what they do. Next turn, we can attack with Emperor, get my Overlord back, and blink it. There's a good chance that that is targeting my Overlord. My Emperor, rather, yeah. Their end step. Well, that is not a good top deck. We'll pass the turn. They boldly attack with their Skyclave. We won't block. Their end step into my turn. Fuck, man. This is not the time to be drawing top decking lands. I probably should have attacked there, but we can at least wave some, pretend we have some semblance of a plan, right? So they're probably just attacking with that. There's no need for them to take any, well, they will. There was no need for them to take anything. Draw a wisp. Well, 1, 2, 3. If I play, let's play something. Wisp. They have 3 cards in hand. I'm willing to bet one of them is, in fact, a Solitude. Containment Priest is a very strange card to play. I'm not sure if they realize that Evoke is a cast, as is Flash Cast, right? Maybe they simply... Oh, right, well, that's fine. So, 2, 3, 4. Let's at least get a 2/2 back, right? Top deck gods, we need you. That's not amazing, but it's not terrible. We're still in no position to be attacking. Opponent surveils. As they do. I don't know if I've ever actually beat D&T. Or this is let's call this mid-range. What do we got, opponent? Token blocks the Ocelot. Push Containment Priest. Okay. We're... no, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Solitude. Why would you Solitude after... Well, whatever. Well, opponent really, They got some top decks. They have 1 card in hand, and we have... Well, this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jesus fuck. How does this go, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wrath Disguise for 5? That's one way to kill a Solitude. Done. Opponent fetches. They're going to surveil. That's fine. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kill everything. Opponent has 1 card in hand. I have 0. Opponent has 6 minutes more than me. And 23 life more than me. If that's a Bailmerk, this game is so fucked. They take their Solitude, presumably. They took a Skyclave, interestingly. Well, this is about as good as that could have gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Solitude Balemerk. Sure. It's fine. They have 33 life. Now they play their Solitude. Well, we all knew they had a Solitude. I needed to draw one. Now they have a Solitude. I need to draw Balemerk. I think that would be the great equalizer here. Well, that's not great, but what that does is it does turn off. Oops, shit. So we cast a Trawler. We exile their graveyard. We can block their Solitude. And even if they somehow figure out a way to do this, I mean, I say figure out, things are still looking pretty bad for me, but Emperor Bones. Presumably they'll take my Overlord. Yep, we certainly do. But quitting this gives them the game. So there's no rushing if we lost the first game. I mean, they're way ahead on advantage. Even if I can figure out a way to survive here, I think I don't know if there have been any huge misplays this game, but what we really needed here, was those right after the wipe, those two top decks, and now they're gonna blink. Oh, okay, that's fine. The two top deck lands. Well, it's like a misplay, but not exactly. Felia is not going to do it, and that's game. We'll let them win. And we're not going to let them win. Well, I mean, we'll play until they win instead of conceding, but yeah, that'll be game one. Honestly, no real notes for that game. We just kind of lost. So I'm going to start making this distinction in my sheet. This is, I don't know if exactly, like, there's different people calling it different things. I think this is the white-black mid-range. I think the Ocelot's Guide of Souls is mid-range, and I'm going to start calling the more D&T rooted. It's basically energy roots or D&T roots, right? Even if they play the same combo. Okay, well, the first game was terrible, and we shouldn't have kept that. The second game, I don't know. This second game was a grindy mess. And yeah. I don't have a lot of reflection for that game. Like I say, yeah. So we're just gonna move to game 2. But time is still quite an issue, like especially in the D&T mirrors, but then also in the games against energy. They're rough, like time-wise. Like if we succeed against energy, what we do is we stop them from going off and we just grind. Okay, magic's still loading in the background. Because that's what it does. Sexy ball. Okay, here's a game. I'm going to look for more music. We did say that we would completely switch music every time we 0-2'd. I'm looking for something good we haven't listened to on stream before. Okay, we have a match. I guess we stay here. We are on the play. Wait, is this actually... I might know this player. We will play first. This is terrible. We'll mulligan. I mean, we had the first turn. Marsh Flats. Yeah. Ditch the trawler. I don't like it, but this is what we're doing. We're gonna fetch into a godless shrine and shock. Play an Aethervial, pass the turn. Opponent plays in Bloodstained Mire and passes the turn. We tick up. Yep. Draw a land, which is good. Play a land. Play Baelmerk. ETB? Yes. Okay. A Wisp would have been amazing there. We also still might draw it. Pelican is on energy. Pelican is not on energy. Pelican is Ruby Storm. They might have just won. If this is Ruby Storm, we yield their turn. We let them do their Ruby Storm things. The thing is that there's not a lot we can do against a turn 2 win here. Like, I guess we could have not kept. You just wait, Pelican. Tomorrow's Titan Day. Then let's see. Let's turn to each other. They have a lot of mana. That's true. Lines are easier in Storm, though. If I kill them in Titan on turn 2, then I just, like, I spend 15 minutes clicking things. Ha! Opponent, you wasted 3 grape shots. Okay. Leyline of the Void, for when you really need that turn 0. For when you really need that turn 0 graveyard hate. So assuming we don't die right away. See, that's what I mean. It could have gone either way. Leylines, Fair Macabre, Interrupter, Sanctifier. Yeah. So we are on the play. Fatal pushes remain important. Commando. Well, I mean, yes, Thoughtseize. It's the question is, what do we put in, right? There's a lot to put in. Thoughtseize is very important. Leyline of the Void, very important. I would argue these are probably nice to have. Interrupter makes it so they don't win. Sanctifier drains their graveyard. So in that case, suppose we do have Leyline. We take out the White Orchids. We take out a Vial. We take out a Commando. We take out a Wisp. Yeah, it's always a balance, right? Okay, I will play first. Only one land, but a Leyline. I think we keep this. This is a bad hand. That's two games in a row where we have kept a hand which we shouldn't keep. But once again, we have a Flooded Strand. We will play. We'll pass it until their end step, which it is. We're going to Surveil. Shadowy Backstreet. Surveil, keep this very on top. We needed that. Play a Godless Shrine. Pay 2 life. Let's bring in Felly at the end of turn. Their turn. If they are going to win, there is nothing in our current hand that stops that. You have to end step. Reckless Impulse. One, two, Felia. So top decking another land is perfect. Oh, that's actually really... Sorry, when I said perfect, what I meant was second perfect. Overlord is perfect. Cast it with Impending. Let's take the Apparition. Move to attacks. Beginning of combat. Felia, attacks, blinks the Overload, swing for 2, move to the end step, Bailmerk returns, give us a, yeah, there we go, yes. So we have a Solitude. That doesn't stop us. That doesn't stop everything they do, but some of the stuff. They probably should have played the Wooded Foothills out of their... they probably should have played the Wooded Foothills out of exile, otherwise they wouldn't have... they won't be able to play it now, that's fine. Medallion. Well, this is what we got. They got Ral. When they play Ral, do we have priority in between them losing the flip and Ral flip triggering? I know we do in Ajani. Well... let's exile Ral. They have 3 cards in hand, 2 cards in exile. Beating Ruby is just all about running them out. Ren's Resolve. They have a glimpse that they can play this turn. They can play this turn with mana, but it seems to me that it would make more sense to play next turn for them. That said, Bailmerk Thalia, right? This way they get blockers. Glimpse, they get or they get... oh man, does Leyline hit that too? What is Glimpse? You may play those cards at the beginning of the end step. Ah, put them in your graveyard. Nice. Okay. Into my turn. Well, I can say for sure that Leyline was definitely the right choice. We're going to fetch for planes. They're tapped out, 2 cards in hand. I only have 1 land, so we can't do Emperor. We're going to Skyclave the Ruby, but we're going to do it after attacks. Well, we shouldn't have done that. Alright, okay. Attack with both. Let's blink the Leyline. I don't see what could possibly go wrong here. Yes. Do we have enough for a Witch Enchanter? Oh, you take the Enchanter and just play it tapped, right? Yeah. Okay. We're going to swing for 8. Down 8. Second main. Oops. Play the Enchanter next turn. Skyclave, eat the Ruby. And now it's about time for a concession. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it says it gives the option as you may, so I think as the as active player you would have the opportunity to say, would you like to do this? Yes or no. But as the But I don't think there's actually a priority window there. Any changes? I guess let's roll this. This was fine. Two land and a Felia, hey? That's a good hand, but not good here. We'll keep this. We have two white, which isn't great, so we'll ship the Emperor, which is also not great. Play Leyline. On the play. Except for the kitten. The kitten is on the draw. The kitten chooses to be on the draw at all times. Okay, we'll play Flooded Strand. Pass turn. Surveil at our end step. So they play white red. I assume they play Wear Tear, right? Good against Leyline. It's good against yeah, okay. Begin combat. End step. Fetch. So we have what we need for Ophelia. So the best would be a Bailmerk, right? Surveil Witch Enchanter. We already have one. Put it in the graveyard. We could really use, I guess, a Wisp maybe, but that doesn't matter. Interrupter's fun. We could be done. We want something at their end step, right? As long as we don't lose this turn. What'd you get? Okay, they'll play their Scalding Tarn. They fetch Shock a Sacred Foundry. Manamorphous. Okay, okay. So they play Ral. A Braid does not hit. A Braid does not hit Leyline, and it does not hit Bailmerk. Two things that I believe this person would appreciate it doing. Play that as a land. Yeah. Beginning combat. Combat. We attack with Bailmerk. We attack with Felia. Blink the Leyline. They can block with Ral. I doubt they will because it seems like unnecessary risk. We get our Leyline back. Okay, so they have 5 cards in hand, 2 in exile. I think there's a very, very good chance that they are going to try to win this turn. And for that, we have Aven Interrupter. What I would love to see, a self-mill finish into what's her name? Thassa's Oracle. I think that'd be super fitting. They'll deal 3 damage to Felia. So here's the deal. We either blink Felia or... Well, okay. We need to keep the interrupter in case something really bad happens. Goodbye, Felia. That's fine. Like, I'm not super stoked about them having Rao as a planeswalker, but that's kind of where we're at, right? Well, I guess here we just we Emperor Bones. We take the Witch Enchanter. Next turn we're gonna blow up their Ruby. But that's all we got. And we can ephemerate Emperor Bone, but that's not super great either. So yeah, we forgot that that was a thing. That's fine. Honestly, if they have to minus Ral, that's good. Now we just pass the turn. Their end of turn, we're going to cast Felia, unless they make us cast the Interrupter. Into their turn. Oh, they can just bolt me in the face, hey? Okay. They will glimpse the unthinkable. They have to use it this turn, so they can ritual. Their end step. We'll resolve that. 1/2 Felia. They do have 5 cards in their hand, so we can expect some sort of interaction. Sometimes you need the Ghostbusters theme. 5/2. Let's attack. Wait, it's a +1, right? Yeah, okay. Attack this person. Blink out Leyline. We probably should have, we could have flipped Ral back. But if we would do that, then they can flip back Ral with even more. Okay, Leyline comes back. Well, Leyline almost comes back. They're going to fetch and not shock. Leyline comes back. That's good. Now they have a land in the grave. Arguably, blinking in and out the Leyline actually opens up some real bad situations. Like, they could sneak in and do bullshit. Well, so probably the smart move here is Apparition. So if we wait for Felia, I think we need to wait for Felia. Okay. Skyclave. Let's eat raw. Okay, so we could blink it right now. We could have blinked it beforehand, but what we, I think, need to do is attack with Thalia. Blink the Skyclave. And then we're going to eat the Ruby. They're going to get a 2-2 here. But that's fine. And we have Ephemerate backup. It would have probably been smarter. Or not smarter. I guess we wouldn't have given them the 2-2 if we just blinked it right away. But in this case, we have, in case they back up. It's true, but we can't. It's more just like. So do we want to eat both their accelerators? I think the point here is that they just. We want to take everything we can from them. We've taken their graveyard. Now we cut off their mana. Or their accelerants. Comment from her comment in MTGO. Why play Leyline? The card is bad. Specifically the card that beat them both games. Sure. I agree with you, it's kind of inconsequential. But I think at this, like I say, at this point of the game, what we want to do is just keep pushing. Beginning of combat. 1, 2. We blink out the illusion. They have to block Thalia or they die. Nothing comes back. We didn't play the Leyline. Maybe we should have, but it's not a lot of benefit to it. Although we probably still should have played it. Okay. 2-1. So once again, I don't think we have. The only notes I have in this are that we mulled to 6 the first game. I don't believe. Like you could tell you could make the argument of whether or not we should have targeted the amulet or some of these things like that. But at the same time, I think the actual game didn't feel like it had. Like it had a lot of it didn't. I don't feel like there was any major misplays in it. So, we restart Magic, as we do. Ah! That was almost bad. Yeah, we did mull to 6 game 3. Sorry, that's actually open. I just hadn't saved the comment that was here. So I have put it. I posted this in Blue Sky and Instagram, but just in case people aren't there, I just wanted to update. Tomorrow, we should have a normal stream. Wednesday, I have a doctor at 11, so my guess would be we would start. I guess we would probably start the stream around 1. Hello, Alexander5. Welcome and welcome. Then from Thursday and Friday, there will be no stream. I'll be inpatient somewhere. Probably, maybe over the weekend I'll do something. Basically, I want to take my laptop. We won't have probably won't have the fancy streaming overlay and things like that. But I will. I do kind of want to get a game in. It depends on whether I'm in a room by myself or not, or whether or not I'll actually be able to talk, right? But we'll try to figure that out. I definitely want to get a game in over the weekend since we don't do Monday and Tuesday. Or sorry, Thursday and Friday, and then I don't know, Monday. We'll kind of play it by ear, right? I want to get back to a proper streaming schedule as quick as possible, but of course the hospital is more important. So we'll do that, and then we'll start obeying our schedule. When did you start playing MTG, and when did you try Death and Taxes? So the first pack of Magic I opened was Legends. I've played Magic for most of Magic. I first tried Death and Taxes. I've played Death and Taxes a long time. It's gone through a lot of time where it wasn't good. I don't know. First tried Death and Taxes 7 years ago? 8 years ago? What set was that? 2015 should have been like Rise of the Eldrazi, right? Okay. So, we are on the play. The kitten is moving, and I don't like it. AJ Strom 1. I'm curious what it is that you play. We would like to play first. Ooh, that is a very good hand. It would be much better with black, but I don't think we can. It is not appropriate to mull this hand. We can just figure it out. So we'll keep this. So I start with 7. Ah, yeah, awesome. You remember the see, it's all about the people that remember the good old bad days, right? Blade Splicer into fucking Resto Angel all the way. Okay, Plains Vial, pass the turn. Oh, that was a really short album. Oh. That's because it's not over. Okay, we're playing this next. Play next. They play Tammy. Yeah. Legacy. I think the Legacy is the better deck. But there's less of a Legacy scene around me. And so, like, I've always kind of liked it, but. Okay, we're ticking a vial. This music's almost over. Don't worry. Hey, no stepping on the keyboard. Yeah. That is an excellent draw. Pass the turn. End of their turn, we are going to Felia. So this is my turn. Pass till their end step. We ain't got time for this shit, Tammy. I'm curious if we're some sort of just got control over there, or if we have a. Take a Gather Shrine. Would you like to pay 2 life? Yeah. 1/2 Felia into counterspell? Well, they only have 1 mana. Or 1 blue mana. Mana Leak? That's a good Mana Leak, but I haven't seen a Mana Leak in fucking ages. I will not pay 3. That's fine. We can still tick up, go into Baelmerk. Let's play. A Plains. A Baelmerk. Oof. Well, I mean, how can you not take Ephemerate, right? And they're tapped out. It really was. Do we? I don't think we can let them untap. I think we need a threat, and I think we need it now. They're going to gain 0 from Tammy. We're going to blink, Solitude, target nothing, and just hang out. No, I'm not playing any challenge. I just got back. I started very late, and so we just kind of came back and just jumped in a league. I honestly didn't even look at the times of challenges were happening. But I mean, since we were starting so late already, it's just Oh, in 20 minutes. God damn it, I hate you. Well, I'm certainly thinking about playing it now, aren't I? Beginning of combat. Yeah, they're not gonna. Okay. I'll get back to you. Let's see if. Okay, we're gonna rebound nothing. Nope. We will tick up the vial. Ten is a. I mean, 3 is a good place for the vial. I would like to stop top decking lands. We'll play a land. We're gonna attack with Solitude, but they absolutely. I would assume they have something. They have 5 cards in hand. They shocked in the Sacred Foundry. Hmm. Maybe. Let me look. I would take a look in between games, but then I worry that there's not really an in between games at that point. Let me check. My end step. I'm done with my end step. They're gonna kill Solitude, which I would. Maybe they should have done earlier, but that's fine. Okay. We're gonna yield their entire turn. I don't even care. I don't even care what you do. What do we got? 18 minutes till the challenge starts. Opponent draws a card. Plays Tammy. Passes the turn. Why did they not? They galvanic Solitude for the energy. And yeah, it's that second part that I'm worried about, Tammy. Okay, I don't understand why they didn't kill Solitude. I think that they misclicked something. Always know the vial at 3. Top deck something. Anything that's not a land would be great. That is not a land. That's actually a very, very good card. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Recruiter into tapped out. Yep. We're going to take a Wisp that we can vial in. We can vial in for the Bale Mark. Swing of Solitude. So we need to stop during their main. If they do something before that, then we need to deal with that. And if they don't, then their main we would flicker out. Bailmerk, we would get it back and fetch at their end step, right? They're gonna attack with Tammy. In response, we Violin Wisp, blink out Overlord, and block Tammy. So, Vial, blink. They get to investigate. They are going to crack that clue right away unless they already have a answer. We'll block Tammy. Well, we certainly don't need their main phase stop now, do we? They will draw a card. They drew a land. So Tammy, can we get terms or Eldrazi? Can I choose from them? Cause that'd be great. They will Rast for all of it, probably. I didn't see how much they... Oh, that's fine. They Rast the board. I have Solitude and a Bailmark. That's fine. So we do not need that. We'll put it in the graveyard. We'll get our murky little friend back. Yep. We'll take a... Well, we can straight up cast Solitude. Let's take Solitude. Hoof. What? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I don't know what this deck is playing. It's the least... I think it's the least control matchup ever. They keep tapping out. Granted, also mana leak, right? So, we'll take a Wisp to pitch to the Solitude, should that be necessary. And we attack for 8. 8 is not 9, classically speaking. Yeah, let's take a Witch Enchanter. That could be fun. It's a land. It pitches to Solitude. What do we want? Well, if this person already they Rast and left me with an Overlord and Solitude. I don't expect this to go super well for them. I mean, it's fine for me. Okay. What do we got? We got the sideboard. We got 17. Oh, wait. We have 12 minutes till the challenge starts. Well, Sanctifier. Interrupter. White Orchid. Commando. Okay, Chaos. How about this? I am not quitting this game. 1 land, no Vial. We've done this before. We're not keeping this. I'm not quitting this game, but if I... Oh, Jesus. If we win this match in 12 minutes, I will join the challenge. Maul to 5. Not good. See, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is... Wait. Did I just ditch my other land? Yeah, I need that land. So if I want to if I want to Felia Overlord, this is the only way this works. Well, that's what I'm saying. I got 5 minutes. Or maybe I'll just talk to them and be like, hey, don't you want to join the challenge? We can intentionally draw. We can ID this shit. I still don't know what to call their hand or their deck. I mean, it's into my turn. Pass the turn. I mean, we could double Q here, but it's if this doesn't finish, I don't think you can actually be in 2 games at once. I'm conceptually aware of double queuing. I don't know. I would say I've never actually done it. It's possible they just missed a land drop. If they missed a land drop, we need to stop them from drawing. It's going to have to be a Godless Shrine, and we're going to have to shock. Solitude, exiling Sanctifier. Arguably, it's stupid because we should have probably done that before they attacked. But I didn't notice. Actually, that'll go in the, that'll be exile Tammy before attack. No targets. Let's go. They will investigate. And they did not miss their land drop. They'll kill Solitude maybe this time. Okay, we need a land. I like that we started with 1 land, mulliganed. We got down to a mulligan of 5. And God damn it. Yield the turn. They'll attack with Tammy. They eat a clue. Tap land, because that is definitely what we need right now. We will keep that flagstones on top. We'll have plenty. Yield their turn. They attack with Tammy for 0. They eat a clue at their main. Okay, so this is, they're hurting for land. Let's get. What do we want while they're tapped out? Let's cast Felia. We want Felia. And we have 2 Bale Marks. They might kill it. That's fine. If they're going to kill Felia, they could have killed it anyway, because they were tapped out, so it's not like we're saving them a turn. And then we're not saving them. Yeah, no blocks. They have not played a land. They have 7 cards in hand. They play a land that can crack both clues and get Tammy, or flip Tammy. Five minutes left. They crack a clue. That's fine. They to the narrative, which is less fine. But they'll, oops, sorry, kitten. They flipped out. The plus. Okay, they're end step. We're gonna attack with Felia. Blink out Tamio. Black 1. Overlord impending. Yes, I would like to do that. Let's take Solitude since we can't cast anything else this turn. Solitude. Kitten, you can't put your head on that. Beginning of combat. Felia attacks. Blink out Tammy. Felia's 1/2 doesn't matter. We will tick down Overlord. We will return Tammy. Opponent attacks with Tammy. They play a land. They might want to flip Tammy again. Even if they do, this time we're not. This time we're going to flip the Overlord. Unless they kill my poor Felia. No. Oh, okay. They have already played a land, though. This is a kind of strange thing to play right now. Their end step, I have no business. Beginning of combat. Attack with Felia. Flip Overlord. Or, you know what we, how we roll. Swing for 2. Second main, let's cast the second Bailmerk. We say yes. Take a Wisp. Let's take an Emperor. Pass the turn. Go to my end step. These things happen. Overlord ticks down. Felia. They can sign, or the Overlord coming back. We're going to push Tammy. They're out of red man, or they're out of... Oh, they're not, I suppose. Are we gonna see the return of the one, the only Mana Leak? No. Nope. Okay, so I do not believe I'm going into the challenge today. It seems that I'm not. Leyline of the Void fixes everything, though. Okay, opponent. What do you got? It's a lot of mana. Oh, that's a flash. That's fair though. To kill our poor Felia. Let's wait to see what we draw here. If Solitude is free, it doesn't matter. If we had drawn something like a Ephemerate, that would be incredible. Let's exile the Interrupter. Exile Flage. Play an Emperor Bone. Emperor Bone will get us a... Let's just go with the classic Solitude, right? Do the thing, pass the turn. Pet the kitten. We need like a kitten cam, right? I mean, that'd be pretty sweet. Did they just shock in? Yeah, so they shocked in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They shocked in their Steam vents, so theoretically, I imagine they want to draw a pile of cards and flip Tammy. Ow! Ow! Can we not? Can we not do that? Thank you. 9. Draw a card, flip Tammy. It's worth mentioning they kept no blue mana up. Wrath of Skies does not hit Planeswalkers. Fine. Vial is as good a drop as it always is. We will take a Flicker Wisp because we love us some Flicker Wisps. Pass turn. Hey, knock it off. Let's not do that, kid. We'll pass their turn as well. So they Wrath of Skies got fucking... Yeah, that's not a great situation. So they can just keep getting that back, hey? Oh, well, never mind. They're only at 1, right? So... White, white, white. Recruiter. Recruiter resolves. Well... We'll take apparition. I mean, this is about where we're at, right? This is... Now we're representative of just guy control. Every turn we're dealing with the problem that they just put in front of us while they put in new problems and draw cards. We passed their turn. I thought we did. Oh, we did. So the kitten's got this new thing where she keeps chewing on my cords. It's just the one cord, actually. It's just the... Okay, they activate Tammy with the +2. Okay, kitten's gone. Ow. Faceless looting. That's fine. Oculus. That's... Well, they... Oculus should be fine. Let's assume that they're going to... What do we got? Listen, we have -7 minutes still. We'll be fine. We will bolt our friend, which we'll get a vial for them to counter. Vial with 3 mana open. Now, they probably... Man, I assume this is classic. We're going to play Skyclave for them to counter? No, really? Okay. Fair. Are we going to... Yeah, we're going to consign that. Okay. Cool. I'm not a big fan of quitting games ahead of time, but we are not going to win this. The first game was very much ours, and this game is very much not. Okay, there's a challenge in 1 day and 5 hours. Or what we could do... there's a prelim tomorrow. We could play the prelim tomorrow, if that would make people happy. But it's... We would have to play Titan in the prelim. That's the problem. They will exile that. Okay. We'll take their damage. They will abhor the manifest aberration. Vial's not going to do it. Let's play game 3. Okay, but that wasn't necessarily such a bad game, given that we milled to 5 or mulled to 5 in the beginning, right? So what do we know? Have we learned anything from that game? Pest control can get Tammy, and their clues. Leyline is not necessary, but Fairy could be. The discard on Fairy is good. Sanctifier. Sanctifier might still be good. 61 on 21 lands. We can't cut that. We'll lose an ephemerate. We'll play it. Although not with this. Mulligan, keep this. This is a good hand. We'll bury the... One, two, three. Emperor, we'll bury the Interrupter. The Emperor is important in case if the Overlord gets countered, then we can maybe come back in with the Emperor. Opponent, what? Yeah, opponent mulled to 6. Okay, let's go. First main, Marsh Flats pass the turn. Comment, mull 6, opponent mull 6. Opponent plays an Arid Mesa. We'll crack our Marsh Flats for Shadowy Backstreet. We will... we'll keep that. We're not even going to play it next turn. It's so bad the later it goes, but it's just so good. So what we can do here is play a Vial and hold up Fatal Push. Yield the turn. Against the control matchup, the Vial is going to be more important. When you add into that the fact that they are playing both many and reusable Wraths, then it's possible that we should have actually sided out the Vials. But opponent's thinking, I'm going to Fatal Push their Tamio. And we're going to go into my turn, tick up the Vial. Time is an issue here. We're going to impend the Bailmerk. Black 1. We will do that. We will take the only thing we can. Pass turn. Overlord ticks down. Opponent fetches for a Surveil land. Come on, opponent. Weird. Okay. So they could flashback Faceless Looting this turn, but it would actually burn their whole turn. That's not bad. I think we're gonna ditch and take Faceless Looting and Flage. I think it's actually one of the first times I've really used Fairy Macabre. It's a great card, but it just comes up at the wrong times, right? You can recruit for it, so they jolted awake Tammy. That's fine. Comparatively, well, that's fine. Whatever. We will tick up the vial. I would love to draw a land, which that is not. We could have played a Flicker Wisp. What do we got? We got really nothing, hey? Emperor Bones, but what do you take? I guess we just pass the turn. Tick down Bailmerk at the end. During their end step, or during their turn, we're gonna vial in the Emperor. They attack with Tammy. That's fine. Blockers. I take 0. End step. Vial. Yes, Emperor. Into my turn. Tick the vial up to the magical 3. We still don't have much to do here. Vial, yes, we could theoretically we could vial in. So they might counter this. They do have. Okay, so I guess why would they counter that? They would need to counter. They'll counter the return, right? But they do have consigns. They have many consigns in this deck. We yield turn. We get our overload back. We will take back the streets. I've already used my vial. I'm gonna take back the fairy. Whose fairy? Ours fairy. Fairy. Well, that's not nice. Yeah, nothing we can do about that. Nothing in their graveyard worth hollering about. Worth writing home about, I believe is what we say. I don't like them tapping things. What are you doing, opponent? Okay. Definitely not excited about that, but we'll always know the vial. They will get their manifested dread. And I will tick up, but not tick up. Play Marsh Flats. Now we have 3-3. This is where we really want to be. So we are going to vial in Recruiter. All of this could have happened at instant speed. It's important to note. We're going to get a Solitude. Solitude. Flicker Wisp has got to go. Exile the Oculus. Evoke. Swing for 3. Or they block, but they won't. Yield to the turn. Um. Why? Why did I not get... What the fuck just happened? Oh, because it was just turned face up. That's not great. Sure. There's nothing I can do about that. Well, we are not going to lose this one. Or we're not going to win this one because of time. We take just a pile. Interrupter did nothing for us. That's fun. Welp, that's not what we wanted. Goodbye, Interrupter. Attack for 3. Beginning of combat. Let's burn our Interrupter. Which I guess, oh man, which should have been at their end of their step, or their end step, I guess. They were tapped out. Or they were tapped more. Yeah. I don't know what I just... Whatever. They're drawing a card. They're trying to get a response. And they're going to flip Tammy, which is fine. Still trying to get a response. They flip Tammy. We evoke. Pass the rest of their turn. Actually, I lied. Let's get... Oh, nope. Okay, fine. We did, in fact... Oh, that's not amazing, but... Wait. Why are we on... Why are we yielded? Ugh, this fucking game. Attack. Well, it's 2-1. That doesn't do anything. Play a White Orchid. Wait 20 minutes in between clicking a card and White Orchid coming out. That's great. That's great. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, we have 30 seconds left. This is not happening. And step. Pass their turn. Block Tammy, in which case they just sacrifice their 2 clues. Well, it doesn't really matter, I guess, right? They're just trying to... They wrath, we concede. It's 26 seconds left. That's not happening. How late are we? Well, that's not great, but that's what we're here for, right? I feel like I'm marking that as time. I realize I quit early, but that was time. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We keep playing, right? Oh shit, wait. I'm gonna send y'all to a Be Right Back screen. I'm gonna feed the cats. They love that shit. Is this time to... See, I had a timer. I mean... Oh, interesting. Okay, well, I had a timer and it doesn't work with the new things, so I'll be back in 5 minutes. I would love it to... You can kick back, pull up a bar stool, and I'll be back soon. I'll be back soon. Okay, we're back. We're serious. Let's let's beat some fucking... Well, I don't know who we're playing against yet, so... But we've decided the sunglasses are important right now. They shield us from the world. Not just the sun. Okay, we're looking for an opponent that is worthy of playing against us. We're 1-2 in our league. This is not the challenge, despite some people thinking it is. We have an opponent. We're on the play. Mickey plays Magic. Are you EY or EY? EY. Okay, Mickey plays Magic. I'm gonna play first. That is not a good hand. I think we've mulliganed 90% of our games. Oh man. We're gonna keep this. We need to keep a land. We need to keep 3 lands. We'll ditch the White Orchid. None of that is great. We keep 6. Opponent has mulled to 5. So, you know, we have a little bit of chance. We'll play the Strand first, pass the turn. We're going to surveil at the end of their turn. Is this Scales? I think this is Scales with Grove. We are going to fetch first surveil land, and we will surveil. I feel like if this is... Oh, shit. I'm sorry. You're just looking at my fine face. It's like I'm about to fly a jet. How about the game? We're going to keep the Flicker Wisp on top. If they are Scales, Flicker Wisp is immensely great. To be fair, so is Commando, right? So we're going to play a Godless Shrine, shock it, and pass the turn. End of their turn, we're going to play a Commando. And destroy their Saga at the end of their turn. Rumble's fine. We yield to their end step. They get a Scion. This is some crazy Mystic Forge bullshit. Oops. White 1 Commando. Into my turn. We could flick out their spawn and hit for 3. Then we're going to have to deal with the fucking... Beginning combat. Swing with Commando. We're going to blow up their Saga. They get nothing back. They get no constructs. I think that's fine. They'll just play another one. Beginning combat. They do not attack with their Eldrazi spawn. They will cast a Fleshwrecker. Okay, nothing we can do about that. They play mobile. So this is probably some sort of brood scale combo, right? Yeah. That's a good card. So, nothing that really needs blinking. I think keeping Solitude and Interrupter up is probably the best way to move forward. We got the kitten back, so that's good. You may as well attack for 2. Nope. Okay. Black 1, we will cast a Bale Mark. We will impend a Bale Mark. Even if they destroy it, we get our shit anyway. We'll get a Witch Enchanter. Play it as a land. Bolt. Beginning of combat. Second main. Oops. 1, 2, 3, Flicker Wisp. Wisp out the Witch. Move to my end step. Witch comes back. We destroy the Saga. Which is fine. They'll cast a they'll make a construct. This is fine. We'll shuffle that playlist. We will take 1 damage from the construct entering. We will destroy their Saga. We will Solitude, exiling the Interrupter. Eating the Fleshraker. Balemark ticks down. Move to end step. 19 cards. 3 cards in hand. Red 3, we say. Mystic Forge. Forge is big deal. We can blink Zeranorb for some reason. Mopal destroying the other Mopal. It's good ramp as long as you only need it once, right? They do not attack with the construct when they very much should have. So, I mean, I love Felia and all. But Wisp into Balemark is how this is got to go. I would love to wisp into Witch Enchanter, but that's not happening. Beginning of combat, swing with the wisp. 3 in the air. Second main, end the turn. Wisp returns Baelmerk. Baelmerk will think about his crimes. I don't know if the graveyard matters in this game. I think we're just going to take... Ooh, Commando? We'll take Commando. We need to destroy the Forge next turn. If we need to block the Construct with the Wisp, we can. But the Forge is where their value is. What set is that? MH3 Commander. Interesting. Another Fleshraker. Yeah. That's fine. They use a spawn, get a spawn. They cast a Chromatic Star. Make red. Draw a card. Breach. This is not great, but there's nothing I can do about it. It turns out I was right about getting the Commando. But also turns out it doesn't matter because... Just because. It's like half Brood Scale, half Grinding Station. Like, I'm sure they know what they're doing, but I don't know what Breach is doing in this deck. I mean, I guess. Like, I get that aspect. But they don't have that many 3s in their graveyard to kill me with just Fleshraker. Or maybe they do. I don't know. Either way, it's on them. They crack Star, draw a card. They have 6 cards in their graveyard right now. That's at least 2 more damage. That's fine. They cast a sphere from their hand. 7 cards in their graveyard. I'm at 9 life. 2 mana in their mana pool. They cast a Skittering Precursor. Whenever you sacrifice a non-token permanent, create an Eldrazi spawn. Oh! Oh man, that's awesome. That's fucking awesome. So they're sacrificing their lands into Zuran Orb so they can create Eldrazi spawn so they can kill me. That's fine. That's fun. I don't know. I mean, maybe. It doesn't excessively seem like it doesn't excessively seem like Breach was necessary. Granted, they're gonna kill me. Like, they're gonna play the Mopal and play the Mopal, or they could. And then they sacrifice the sphere to make one to kill me. Okay, that's fine. That's interesting and kind of makes me wish I had plague engineer back in my side. Let's see. So I think here there's an argument for Stony Silence. They don't have tons of... I mean, I assume they have the normal brood scale. I assume they have the normal brood scale combo in their deck as well. And for what it's worth, Stony Silence would shut that off too. Well, no, it shuts off the equip, but if they would get it equipped beforehand, then that's a different issue. Fatal Push. I could side out Vials, but at that point, then we should probably bring in Wraths. I think there's probably an argument for Wrath anyway. So Vials are coming out. Wrath, Leyline, Stony Silence. Emperor comes out to 63. White Orchid comes out to 62. Ephemerate comes out to 61. Okay. We can play this. Hey, check that out. There's a hand we don't tap to mulligan. Mark 1 for... I don't know. Let's say it was probably the sunglasses, right? I assume the sunglasses made it so I could... Anyway, here's a shadowy backstreet. Let's surveil. We're gonna play Felia, we're play Emperor. I don't think that's just that good. That can go in the graveyard. Pass turn. They play a forest. They pass the turn. Or a Carplucent Forest. A red forest. Play a Flooded Strand, pass the turn. End of their turn, we're going to cast Felia. Well, you know, end of turn. They're tapped out. Let's do it now. We're going to take Forest. 1, 2, Felia. Yay, Felia. They cast a Fleshraker. I cast a Felia. Everybody's happy. I'm going to yield the rest of their turn, though. I ain't got no business here. So. We could play a Witch Enchanter. If we play a Witch Enchanter... Okay, we play a Witch Enchanter... Tapped? We play this tapped Emperor of Bones. Oh, well. We will pay 3 life, yes. If we can't do it this way, we'll do it this way. Recruiter. Recruiter is just going to get us something to pitch to Solitude. Let's get a Witch Enchanter. Exile Witch Enchanter. Evoke on the bottom. Exile Fleshraker. Lose Solitude. It's sad. Thank you for your service. Attack with Felia. Trigger. Bounce the Recruiter. Into my turn. I will get the Recruiter back. We will recruit. We're going to take the other land, right? We'll take Solitude. We can't even... Well, I mean, we don't want to cast it right now, but... Fleshraker number 2. They will play a bauble. They will play another bauble. See, we don't want to exile. We don't want to burn our Wrath of Skies. They're going to look at their top. And they will end the turn. Opponent draws off their bauble. Whoops, I passed my main phase because that's what I do sometimes. Okay. Beginning combat. Attack with Felia. Blink out the Recruiter. Pay black. Fatal Push the Fleshraker. Swing for a bunch. They did not block, which tells me... I think the spawn are really important to them. We are going to Wrath for 0. They'll use their bauble. That's normal. Wrath for 0. End of turn. Get the Recruiter back. Use the Recruiter. Get myself a Flicker Wisp. Pass turn. They play a Saga. Beginning combat. End of turn. Let's fetch. We will get a Godless Shrine. Because we can. Nope. Move into my turn. Oh, White Orchid. Well, move into my turn eventually. They're going to... I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to K command for 2. Well, that's sad. Goodbye, Felia. K command is a hell of a card. Well, we can pull up Solitude and use it. Oh, the Fleshraker could be funny as hell. I think what we need to do is we flicker out. We flicker out my Witch. My Witch will come back at some point and destroy their Saga. And I guess we attack with the Recruiter into a couple 0/1s. I mean, I don't know. Why not? I don't see a downside. Witch comes back. Witch destroys the Saga. Pass the turn. In classic form, they have a second Saga ready and waiting. They attack with nothing, they cast nothing. We'll move into my turn. Felia's nice. Well, I don't have a way to stop the saga. We'll attack with all three. It's 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Pass the turn, looking to cast Felly at the end of their turn. Looking to cast Felly at the end of their turn with a Solitude ready to go. They're casting a big K command again. They are gonna scry for draw 1 and make a bunch of spawns. Man, this fucking card, right? Still man step, pass the turn. So they get what they need. Man, it is really dark in here. I mean, it's not super dark, but it's certainly not sunglasses. Presumably, they're going to cast a Fleshraker with 3 R's. We are not looking to waste that or waste our Solitude. They cast a Ghost Vacuum. That 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, they don't. Well, fine. We exiled 1 Fleshraker already. We're gonna Solitude off, exile another one. There's 1 in the graveyard, so that's 3 total. There's 3 that we know where they are. So they get a Ghost Vacuum. One, two, Felia. Yield through their turn. You hear that, Magic Online? I said their turn. We're yielding their turn. I get a Felia. Yay, Felia. Well, that is interesting. They have a Ghost Vacuum open, right? We're going to play a Witch Enchanter tapped. Nope. Black 1 Emperor. Emperor is going to take their Fleshraker. They are also going to take their Fleshraker. That's fine. Arguably, they can have it back, but move to combat. So they can make a 2/2, hey? Attack with Flickerwisp. Attack with Felia. Attack with Witch Enchanter. Attack with Recruiter. Blink out Enchanter. Their blockers, they will create a 2/2. And probably block Felia and flat. Felia will die. Yeah. They take 4 and we're going to blow up their Saga. Or the Ghost Vacuum? Yeah, I think we blow up the Saga. End step. Felia returns. We blow up the Saga. We're going to pass their turn. Opponent 1, 2, 3. They might be activating the vacuum. Would be funny as hell. Mystic Forge. Opponent 2 cards in hand. Mystic or 2 cards plus the top deck. Another Ghost Vacuum. That's sure. Fine, fine. Opponent's second main. End step into my turn. Opponent draws for their bauble. I'll get a Leyline of the Void. It's a little late, but you know. Shh. No. Stop it. Okay. Let's take we're going to take Felia. We're going to pay or we're going to let that resolve. Felia's attack, we're just going to blink out the Witch Enchanter again. Oh, yeah, right. They have like 2 of those. Oh, that's fine. Then we just swing with a bunch. Something, something, board state, right? Attack with all. They don't have 6 mana. They don't have a creature. The worst they can do is something flash off the top of their library. For 1 mana. 2 mana with it. Okay. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a Solitude. Second main, let's just go black, black, 1. Oops. Black, black, 1, 2, Leyline. Pass the turn. That's not ever how we want Leyline, but that's... No, it's not terrible, I guess. They will exile a top card. Galvanic Blast, not useful. They will take a Zuran Orb, which will give them some life. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, which is not enough to activate Ghost Vacuum. They will play a bauble. They will do some other thing. They give me life. Hey, look at that. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, get a spawn. It's also 3/3. They're gonna sack a land. It gets exiled, they get a spawn, they get 2 life. Let's yield their turn. I don't know why we haven't yet. They rumble. We shall let them rumb. Boop boop doo. They get a spawn token. Let's say they have 2, 4, 6 life total as far as their lands go. They sacrifice a temple to make a spawn to make a. Oh, what are they? 1, 2. Oh. I feel like they could have, like, I mean, I guess they already used them to tap that. Okay. Okay. What do we got? We got 4 or 5 mana. One more and they can Ghost Vacuum. Or is it 5? No, it's 6. It's 6. They float a mana the second. Now they will use Ghost Vacuum. They will get Solitude back and Glaring Fleshraker. That is fine. They're both 1/1 flyings. They are presumably going to exile my Flicker Wisp because it's the only thing flying. Oh, Emperor Bone. They really don't like that Emperor. So they were at 1 life a second ago. Granted, they also have no cards or no land in hand at all. So they crack a sphere. No, they wait. How do they? Oh, because the Fleshraker makes it. Yeah. They sack 1. They cast a Fleshraker. It gives them 1. They could also pay 1, sack the Chromatic Sphere, get another mana. This is a kind of cool deck. I don't really know what to call it. I think, what, are all the good decks are sleeping, so... I mean, I don't know. Can they do... There's so much in their hand, though. They land. Opponent plays Groove of the Burn Willows. I mean, do they actually have lethal here? What the fuck is happening? I appreciate people's game, but they take Breach. I'm kind of impressed by this deck, actually. So they tap, give me life. Yeah, I don't really know what just happened there. Oh, I guess, yeah. I mean, I guess I see what happens, but I don't know necessarily what we could have done about it. Ghost Vacuum kind of came out of left field, but even once I realized, once I kind of understood what was happening, the second Ghost Vacuum kind of broke it. Yeah, I don't know what we call that deck. It didn't really have any color, but it's red-green. We're calling it red-green glaring breach. I don't know. You know, I feel like I don't feel like I'm making particularly large mistakes. Realistically, I'm probably what's happening is I'm not taking good enough notes. I'm not gonna lie, this kind of happens some days when I have shit in the morning. By the time I come back, I don't find myself like I don't think I'm not concentrating. However, I think I'm clearly not concentrating because I'm not taking notes. I guess is what I mean. Okay, we're 1-3. We can do better than this, but you know, sometimes this is what happens. We're gonna write down our rating, which doesn't matter strictly speaking, but it is. It is relevant. Like it's nice for like long-term tracking of things, right? So we'll play the match. We will hand y'all. Hey, knock it off. We'll hand y'all over to the match. The kitten is now just attacking the space above my keyboard. It's like she's not doing anything useful, and it's cute, but she also might break my shit. Knock it off. Knock it off. So this is trash. We mulligan that. This is a much better hand. We keep that. Let's take a. Yeah, we're gonna take 2 lands, and we're on the draw versus 0-33. Opponent plays a flooded strand. That would be crazy if this is the second mirror of a league, right? Pass the turn. I also play a flooded strand. Let's call this the Oculus matchup, which is classically a very good matchup. What? Come on, man. Let's bring us back to. Oh, yeah, we got a frog. I mulligan to 6. Opponent mulligan to 6. They got a frog. Beginning of combat. Nothing. End step. Pay a life. Get a backstreet. Surveil 1. Let's keep that on top. That's a good backup plan. We have a wisp. We have a lot of tools right now. Felia. Kind of want to push that frog. I think actually what we're going to do is before they untap, we're going to cast Felia. If they destroy it during their turn, they could have destroyed it during their turn anyway. And otherwise, actually, I think probably no matter what, they're going to push, yeah. We're probably going to... Oh, we would need another black source in order to Bailmerk and push next turn. We get hit by a frog. That's fine. Move into the end step. Play an untapped... No. Play a tapped Witch Blast. Black 1 Impend Overlord. Oh shit. Well... Overlord gets us a Solitude. We missed out on Witch. Yeah. Well, we get a Solitude anyway. And they know we took a Solitude. Wait to play Witch to see if you'll need it. That is in our notes. Oh shit, I realized I forgot to... My second main. I'm sorry, on Sunday I was gonna make the whole, the biggest misplays we made of the week. I'll make it tonight. I mean, it's just an Insta post, right? Or a reel? I don't know. Oh, my coffee's gone. And my mata's gone. This is how we make a sad Sadie. A sad Sadie. We're down to water. Honestly, with Merc out, maybe we should have solituded. They shock, or they bolt a land. Well, that's not a land. I think what we want to do here is push the frog. Let's push the frog and see what happens. Remain one with two mana open. There's a pretty good chance we have another plan. A secondary plan. We're safe from Spell Pierce, though I doubt that's essentially... I doubt that's a huge thing. Force a negation. Okay, okay. Play a Vial. Pass the turn. Ha ha ha! Spell Pierce, Spell Pierce. I honestly wasn't expecting it. Spell Pierce has really come back quite a bit recently. I would love it if they play an Oculus here. Are they going to unearth the frog? Move into my end step. We'll Solitude the frog, right? We got to Solitude an Ephemerate, or we got to exile Ephemerate if we want the Flicker Wisp. They counter the Solitude. We play a Flicker Wisp. We blink the Overlord. Move to my end step. We're going to get the Bailmerk back. We will use that. We want a Solitude. We really desperately do not want to use it this turn, though. We ephemerate the Bailmerk. Opponent concedes. Let's go to game 2. So here we want the Sanctifier. We want the Interrupter. We very much want the Vials. Pest control is pretty useless. Ley lines. I guess we could take ley lines instead of white orchids. And whatever I'm doing here is not how we do things. Commando can come out. They don't have tons of... Let's get rid of Ophelia. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get Ophelia. We'll run 4 Ephemerates, dump Ophelia. Opponent on the play. We have 1 land, 2 land, an Ephemerate, Emperor of Bone. Well, we're on the draw. So let's keep this. I think this is okay for the draw. Opponent surveils 1. I'll take the turn once you have it to offer. Leyline of the Void, turn 2. Not great. Also, no surveil. Also not great. I would argue it's still better than a good 6. Opponent passes the turn. We'll play a plains and pass the turn. We're threatening Thalia. We don't actually have it, but we're threatening Thalia. Just like we're threatening Bailmerk. But they don't know that. Is this going to be another game like this? Man. I gotta discard something. Discard Leyline. Opponent plays a Water Grave tapped and passes the turn. I will play a Flagstones. We'll keep the untapped one. Shockingly. We will activate Flagstones. We will take a Shadowy Backstreet. We'll surveil 1. A Vial is... This is like the best turn 4 Vial I've ever seen. I think we keep it. It feels straight. It feels dirty keeping that. Do we cast anything? No. 7 cards in hand. Pass the turn. Well, at least opponent's not particularly doing anything. Into my turn. Cast a vial. They play a force, leaving blue open. I don't want to throw my Overlord to the wolves, but I think an Emperor could get there. Yeah, there's the second counterspell. Or Stern Scolding. Fair enough. Pass the turn. We need to land Baelmerk. And they gotta do something at some point, right? They get a Spell Bomb. And pass the turn. I get a Solitude. And have nothing to contribute. I want the Overlord. But, like, I want the Overlord, right? We'll pass the turn. They will exile probably my graveyard. They draw a card is the important bit. My end step. They're beginning combat. Their end step. They have 6 cards in hand. That's good. Pass turn. We have Interrupter followed up with Solitude. Marsh Flats. Let's fetch for a swamp. Or sorry, plains. We got enough black, I guess, right? Well, that's enough for a Solitude main phase. Or a Solitude hard cast. They will unearth, oh, they're cycling unearth. Opponent Thought Scour. Okay. I would love to see a Murktide right here. I mean, I say that, but of course, I would love to see a big Murktide. Then I cast an Interrupter and they fucking and they counter it, right? Okay, now I need to do something. Solitude, hardcast, no targets. I need something to attack, and if they counter this, then it's time for me to do shit next turn. No targets. Moving into my turn. Pausing in the cleanup phase, because why not? Black 1. Impend and Overlord. Interrupter is go. 1, 2, 3, interrupter. Do they have a stern scolding? Stern scolding could get him out of this. It also makes the counterspell a sorcery. Yay. Counterspell. Why would I counter? I guess it's target spell, right? Oh, that'd be interesting. Maybe like a cast trigger. You can target spell. Okay. Overlord is going to give us a land. Play it as a land. We will pay 3 life. Being able to ephemerate that, that's fucking gorgeous. Okay, beginning combat, we attack with Solitude. 15 to 19. Bailmerk at the end ticks down, and we pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Opponent blue, black, black. Toxic Deluge. Ephemerate Interrupter. They counter that. That's fine. They get rid of Interrupter. They're going to get rid of Solitude. They're tapped out coming into my turn. And they've burned another counter spell. I'm super okay with this situation. Felia. Okay, let's do what we need to do. Flicker Wisp. In a world of solitudes, I've been more worried, but there's in a world of subtleties, but we don't play subtlety right now, so that can go. We could Recruiter, but we're gonna take Felia and Ephemerate actually. Eyeing exiling this Skyclave. So Wisp returns Bailmerk. Bailmerk gives me my Solitude back. Oh, Sanctifier would have been a good grab too. Pass the turn. $14.5 to 19 or to 17.5. So we're 3 minutes back. This is really something that needs to be. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Let's ephemerate Overlord. I don't think that. Yeah, they'll counter it. That's fine. If they counter it, this puts them in that same kind of terrible position as last time. Okay. We're going to pass to their end step. Bring in Felia. Spell Snare. Okay. We're still going to attack for... Oh. How do we... Is there a good way to do this? Nah, there's not a good way to do this. Oh, that's what we should do. They're tapped out. 1, 2, 3. Recruiter the guard. Assuming this resolves, it's going to get us a Bogart and exile their graveyard. Use Recruiter. Yep. Get a Bogart. 1, 2, 3. Cast. Exile their graveyard. And that's it. So we went 2-3 today. That's the last run. I feel like we really speed ran these. Let's pass off. We're gonna take a look at the deck before we sign off. However, first we need to load up the deck page. So, it's so bad. This whole app. Okay, so here is our deck. We will return to this in a moment. However, right now, what we need to look at is our sheet. So, I think we really didn't have that many misplays today. We lost like the first round of the first game, or the first game of the first round. There's no reason we should have kept that hand. I feel like maybe we had just come in out of the cold and our brains weren't working. But we shouldn't have kept that, and we were punished highly for that. We lost. The second one we lost as normal. Then we played versus White Black, or then we played against Ruby Storm. We mulled to 6, lost, and then we won, and then we mulled to 6 and won. Honestly, Storm, this post side Storm is actually not so bad. We can kind of just, yeah, we can deal with it. They can always win, which is bad, but whatever. Then we played Jeskai Control. First game we won, no notes. Second game we lost. We mulled to 5, and we exiled Tammy before attacking. Before she attacks is, I guess, the correct way to say that. Because obviously we don't want her to get cards, right? We're gonna put that here. There we go. I'm gonna delete that. So we exile Tammy before she attacks. Lastly, we mulled 6, opponent mulled 6, and then we lost to time, which is sad, but that just happens. After that, we played the Glaring Breach deck, and we lost both of them. They won. We mulled to 6, opponent mulled to 5, and we lost on a mull to 5, which is sad. Second, we knew exactly what was going on, and it was still just a bloodbath, and that's fine. Our sideboard didn't really offer a whole lot. We kind of tried. We tried to have a couple, and they just won anyway, so that's fine. Lastly, we played Oculus, which is an excellent. Honestly, Oculus is a great matchup for us. We mulled to 6, opponent mulled to 6. Wait to play Witch Land to see if you need it. Basically, we played a Witch Enchanter tapped, and then later in that turn could have used that as ephemerate after the Bailmerk trigger. And so honestly, we just need to learn to sequence things properly. But we did win, and the second game we won, no notes. Yeah, I mean, I think that feels like a really quick league. Our wins were fine. Our losses were fine. I don't have much to glean from that, really. Like, I don't think there's a whole lot to be gained. The only thing there is we got to play tighter, and that's it. Here's the deck one more time. I'll work on. Let's say this will probably be up on YouTube by midnight. by midnight my time. So let's say it should be on YouTube in like 6 hours or so, 6 or 7 hours. And at that point, I'll make sure to have this deck list up, and yeah, so or in the comment or in the description of the thing, so you'll be able to see the deeper deck list. Send everybody, all my little mothlings, everybody else, I wish you all a pleasant evening. I've been playing a lot of Magic. This is very hard work. I'm gonna go off to the bar, and don't just stay here and wait for me, but I want you to pull up a stool and join me.